All right, Shalom. This is Harwan Ban Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Harakar Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, and Agwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. I want to go into this topic dealing with a post. It's sort of like a quote from the current President Trump, right? What they call eagle-faced Trump, right? The heathen, the king of Babylon. And it says, a billionaire tells Americans to prepare for financial ruin. Now, this was back in 2012 when he made the statement. Now, but it actually came to life today. You know, the things he said back then or was afraid of back then in 2012. I don't even think he was president. But back in 2012, that's what they just called him, a billionaire. He, he made the statement, and now it's coming back to bite him in the foot. Check this out. It says, billionaire tells Americans to prepare for financial ruin. All right. The United States could soon become a large-scale Spain or Greece, teetering on the edge of financial ruin. That's according to Donald Trump, who painted a very ugly picture of where this country is headed. Trump made the comments during a recent appearance on Fox News on the record with Greta Van Susteren. According to Trump, the United States is no longer a rich country. And that's scriptural, that's prophecy right there. All right, it's no longer a rich country. When you're not rich, you have to go out and borrow money. And that's all America's been doing, is borrowing money. All right. We're borrowing from the Chinese and others. We're up to 16 trillion in debt. Now, I'm gonna just keep going. It says, he goes on to point out that the downgrade of U.S. debt is inevitable. You know, we are going up to 16 trillion in debt very soon. That was in 2012. Show you how fast things are moving. Even technology, how fast technology is moving. All the way up to the chip, RFID chip. As fast as the collapse or the debt is increasing, that's how fast the technology is increasing. From 2012 to 2019, look how much technology has been innovated. Now it says, when you have debt, it says, we are going up to 16 trillion in debt very soon, and it's going to be a lot higher than that before he gets finished. When you have debt in the 21 and 22 trillion, you are talking about a downgrade, no matter how you cut it. No matter how you cut it. There's a lot in that right there, man. These devils talk cryptic, man. And the way he spoke, he's saying, once the debt reaches 22 trillion, that's surpasses, the GDP, the gross domestic product, which is the economy, how much they sell, how much they buy. So America's buying more and actually borrowing more too. So right here, he said, no matter how you cut it. Now that's important, because what has Trump been doing since he got in office? Cuts, taxation, tax cuts, no matter how you cut it, there's going to be a downgrade no matter how you cut it. See that? All right. Now this is Isaiah 14:4. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. And today, Babylon is America, the place of confusion. You know, the Ur of the Chaldees, the light of the wicked, their beacon, their golden cup, right? And it says the king of Babylon, that would be the president today, or whoever's in office, and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, man. So I don't care how much they gain riches upon the earth, dominance upon the earth, right? And their kingdom not going to last forever. The Lord said the children of Israel under Yahushua, that kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom, a kingdom without end. But this kingdom, Esau, it has an end to it, right? And it says the golden city. See, everybody wanted to come over to America. It was the golden city. Think about it. All the people around the world wanted to come here and get rich. Just like in Rome, they promised, that's what they call the common era. During the time of the common, where you say BC, right? Before the common era. The common era was with Rome, where they decided to basically make Rome a melting pot to where everybody wanted to come there and get rich, and all the resources, and nobody had their set form of governance. It was all under the Roman Empire. Same thing with America. They ruled by their dollar. They set the standards as far as policy, you know, and it's a melting pot. Everybody come here to get rich. And now anybody that took a bite out of that cheese like a rat, they ate the poison, you know. And it says what? How hath the golden city ceased, man? It's coming to an end. It's coming to a ruin. Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, man. And that's their scepter, America. That's what they exalt, what they hold up, crush the people with, the hammer of the earth, right? All right, so we always bring this out, the brothers, but this is a prophecy that we're living through right now. Apostles always say that the chip could be pushed this year, and I believe so. You know, I believe I'm gonna put it out there by the end of this month, going into next month. We're gonna see more of the dollar collapse, but it's not gonna be as obvious. It's gonna be an increase in the other currencies, right? Like Bitcoin, gold, silver. We're gonna hear about those skyrocketing. And what that means is all these nations are dumping the dollars and moving over to those currencies, all right? Those are the forms of payment. And that's a dollar collapse when everybody starts dumping dollars and lose faith in the dollar. Brother sent me a video yesterday of them saying that Bitcoin is a national, I'm gonna get it.
Many players have attempted to use cryptocurrencies to fund their malign behavior. This is indeed a national security issue.
All right. Now, before I go on, I want to go back to that post from 2012 where it said, right here, it says, right here, it says, when you have debt in the 21 and 22 trillion, you are talking about a downgrade no matter how you cut it. Now, let's see something real quick. All right, this is the national debt clock. Now, you see right here, way past 16 trillion. It's 22 trillion, right? $22 trillion right there. U.S. national debt. You know, and they're saying, so they said you're looking at a downgrade no matter what. And the U.S. domestic product, U.S. gross domestic product is $1 trillion, damn near less than the debt. So they're taking in more debt than they're selling. You know. Let me see. It says total debt per citizen. U.S. total debt. Look at that, 73 trillion. Sheesh. That's the real one. It said 224 for each person. Can't nobody pay that in their lifetime. So that's debt, man. All right. So now this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh asked me, right? The scriptures I use to reprove us, to correct us, right? And prepare us for that day and give us instruction. But we're set upon our watch. What's that? Watching for the prophecies to warn the people. The same way soldiers or the watchers on the watchtower would sit at their post on different wings, just like we're scattered around the four corners of the earth on different times throughout the day. May get on the internet and look at certain prophecies and warn each other and keep each other in the spirit. All right. Giving exhortation to each other daily, or as much as possible. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right. So the vision is talking about the prophecy. And that prophecy is being played out right now, man, to let us know what times we're in. That when we see the fig tree budding, we know that summer is nigh. We know that Yahushua is about to return. All right, and to go out and meet him and get ready and cleanse our garments. And it says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right, we're running in a race. Right, and beginning to tear down this wicked kingdom through what? Prophesying, through bringing the vibration of the truth, like a trumpet with music, or light diminishes darkness. Even the tiniest candle can cut out a room full of light, darkness. I mean, so when we running, it's like running a race around Jericho. You know, so for the vision is yet for an appointed time. And this is the appointed time. Just like World War I was an appointed time. When World War II, World War III, and the collapse of America has an appointed and set moment where the Most High can pull the strings and everything going to unravel. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. See that? So we're at the end. The end of what? Esau's rulership. The end of America. You know? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Though it seems like it's taking forever to collapse, everything has to play out. You know? The Most High setting it up to where there's no way out of this, man. All right. So you have everything being built up, the table being set, the RFID chip, martial law, the missiles, the World War III, the plagues, everything's in place, man. The children of Israel, the hopeful elect, the 2/3, the wicked, everything's been being manifested. But now it just got to happen. And it says, though it tarry, wait for it. It will not tarry. So that dollar collapse is coming. Everybody gonna start dumping the dollar. They already started moving into cryptocurrency, moving into oil, XRPs, gold and silver, the yuan, moving into different currencies away from the dollar. And that's a collapse. And if that happens, America's going to be forced to administer the RFID chip or cryptocurrency. behold this, behold his soul which is lifted up in him, lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So these people are living by their own senses and their own greed and pride and instinct, but vain thinking, imaginations. But the hopeful elect, we're led by faith in our leader and the instruction that our leader gave us, Yahushua. It says, yea, also because he transgressive by wine, by falsehoods, false doctrine, false philosophy. He is a proud man, right? Because Esau ruling through deception, the most cunning beast of the field, serpent, snake, he's a liar and the father of it. So because they're the proud man, they become proud, lifted up. Neither keepeth at home, right? Their pride seems like they're being exalted, but they're not. It's just pride. It's like a snake lifting his head up. Eventually it's going to go back down to the ground. And they don't keep at home what they call demonocracy or democracy. They go around the world as the hammer of the earth, calling themselves the peacekeepers. Since the establishment of America into the world banking system. But they don't keep at home, right? Setting up their military bases all over the world. Who enlarges his desire as hell. So his desires is as hell. Anywhere Esau goes, anywhere America sets their foot, just like with the Native American Indians, the Gadites, when Esau came over here, anything they want, they're a plague to it. They're the living plague. Just like the pigs of the earth, or what you call the bottom feeders. Esau's, the Caucasian race, are bottom feeders of humanity. So where they go, they just destroy and devour. All right. So his desire is as hell, man. And they desired the whole world, and that's what they brought hell upon the whole earth. And is as death. That's twofold sin, And everywhere they go, they bring death and destruction and darkness. And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So, there you go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep going. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. That America is increasing in borrowing. What you call debt or borrowing, getting loans from every direction. They're increasing. And through their dollar deception, they're able to steal resources that they have to pay right back out to the European Union and other countries. So, right? So the corporation of America is about to go out of business. So it says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long into him that ladeth himself with thick clay? So America is laden itself with thick clay, thick debt. All right, let's get that word debt. First, we get thick. Okay, it said thick debt. That's all one word. So the debt would be Ibadyat, right? Ibadyat. Ibadyat would be something pledged, pawned goods, man. Weight of pledges, heavy debts. So America has laden itself with heavy debt. Babylon, You know, something pledged, meaning I promise to pay you back, and they're going to default on all their debts. And these other nations are going to come to America, not come to America, but start plucking the feathers off America, leave her naked. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there, man, because you can go through this whole chapter and it goes in on America. All right, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. But right now, I just want to focus on the thick clay, the heavy debt that America's in, and it's 22 trillion. And you got the crypto coin, which is all the setup of the Illuminati elite bankers, you know, to be a go-to, all right, for everybody to pull away from that dollar. All right. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.